Hello. Hello. Okay, so I am going to just jump right in so that for those of you who are watching the replay or possibly watching this on YouTube, you don't have to sit here and wait while people jump on. And also for those of you who have never seen me before on video, my name is Morgan. I'm the Superstar Director of Wax Boss Squad. So anyways, we are going to go ahead and get started. I have several things that I was going to go over. If you see me looking away, it's because I'm looking at emails that I received earlier, just to kind of go over like some little questions that people had asked, different things like that. And then I wanted to go over some of the logistics about selling for two different direct selling companies, what the rules are there, and then just my own personal opinion on it as well. Also, guys, grab a drink if you want. I've got my wine. My mom made this cup. Isn't it so cute? I love it. So anyways, let me pull this up. And if you guys have questions, please put them in the comments and I will try. Thank you, Susan. I want to get a neon sign that says Wax Boss Morgan, but they are like $500 and I didn't know that, so I just keep putting it off because I can't swallow that big of a payment for a neon sign. But I haven't put anything else up here because that's what I want, so I'm just waiting until I save up some money to get that because that's what I want on my wall. So okay, so also my shirt is also from my mom, I think, from when she was selling. So okay, a few things from the emails earlier that I received back. Let's see if I can answer some of these questions really quickly. No question there. I should have written these down beforehand, but I didn't have time. So also, just so that you guys are aware, I was working part-time and then lost that job in August. I was an account manager, administrative assistant type role for an oil and gas company, but oil and gas kind of went down the drain and our company almost shut down, so they had to let me go because they just didn't have the work that was needed for me. So I lost that job in April and then, or not in April, in August, and then I picked up a new job a few weeks ago as an executive assistant that's also kind of part-time, but this week I've been working full-time because the other executive assistant is out, so things have been a little bit crazy, and since I haven't been there long, I'm still trying to figure out the flow of everything and get some new business hours set up for my Scentsy stuff so that I can balance both of them, because as you guys know, I like to be busy and I like to stay really busy, and I'm crazy. I'm not teaching anymore. I was teaching in the mornings to kids in China, but I'm not doing that anymore. I haven't done that for a few weeks, and then I'm only nannying 1 day a week right now, which I was nannying more. So I cut back on those to do more of the executive assistant role mixed with Scentsy because I have to be busy. Like, I like to be busy from the time that I wake up at 6 a.m. until the time that I go to bed, which is usually 10, 11 p.m. So I have to have something that occupies all of my time during the day. So I love having a ton of stuff to do. I work better when I'm busy. I don't know if anyone else is like that, but I work so much better when I'm busy. So I don't know why, but that's just how I am. Okay, so no question there. Sorry, I'm trying to find what these are. Okay, so a lot of people said finding customers. I'm actually going to write that down, and we will do another training just specifically on reaching out and finding new customers. So then I can make a whole video about that instead of just trying to touch on it really quickly. And then let's see. Okay, so I got one response about the LTOs, so the limited time offers. Someone had asked about that, about how they're supposed to make money if you can't be selling things because they're always sold out. So let's address with LTOs, limited time offers like the child warmer, like the Nightmare Before Christmas warmer, things like that. Most people will reach out to their customers ahead of time and get pre-orders so that you can then be online right when those items sell out, because they are such a wanted item that no matter what, they are going to sell out within minutes. And there is no way, unless like this, you know, Scentsy always makes it right. then they'll go back in and they are doing the pre-order now so that you can have it later on, which I know isn't ideal for everyone, but they do always go in and they make it right, and they, you know, try to do everything that they can so that everyone has an opportunity to get that warmer if they want it. So just little things like that. Those, we know they're going to go really quick. They usually go within like 15 minutes. I don't know. The night before Christmas warmer, the first time we had it, went out in like, what, 6 minutes or something like that. So we know those are going to go fast. You just have to be prepared. You have to be online when they go. And then if not, you know, like I said, Scentsy usually does something like a second pre-order or a second LTO launch, different things like that. But I think it's awesome too that we have products that are in such high demand that they do sell out that quick, especially during a pandemic. We are still selling out of items that quickly. That's amazing. And that's the kind of company that I want to be a part of. So I know that there's nothing obviously that like I can directly do about that, but you know, they do sell out quickly. That's just part of it. You know, those LTOs, they're going to go, and we just have to know that and be prepared for those. Tips for engagement. You know, I always say that with engagement, as far as like social media goes, just because people aren't liking or commenting or interacting on posts, it does not mean that they are not watching, because so often I will send out an email to every single customer in my workstation, which I think when it sends out, it's like over 1,000 people or something like that. And I will maybe get 1 or 2 responses, but I might get like 7 orders. So just because they don't respond or they're not commenting, my Facebook VIP page, I get 0 interaction except for my mom usually. So, and I already know she's going to order from me, but besides my mom, no one else really interacts in my VIP group, but that's okay. It doesn't mean that they're not seeing it. I might get a message a week later and someone might say, hey, what was that thing that you shared on your VIP page? Or, hey, I saw that this warmer's coming out. I want to get that. Just because they're not replying, commenting, interacting, liking, it does not mean that they are not seeing your post. You just have to be consistent. I mean, I always see something and I don't always interact with it. And on average, it takes a person 7 times to see something on social media or online before they will actually take action and buy it or join or interact or engage with it or different things like that, just because of the way that social media is now. And you guys, I'm sorry, I know I'm talking super fast. So making sales off of samples. So as far as samples go, you need to be recording your samples, writing down your samples, because otherwise you have no way of following up with those people to see if they liked it, to see what they thought of it, anything like that. My samples, right now, I mostly send samples out to my previous customers. So I do the scent of the month samples, and I send it to anyone who's ordered in the last 3 months. They get a sample. And then on the 3rd month, the card says, like, don't let the sample be your last. Make sure that you reorder to keep your samples coming, because people love getting those free samples. So usually on that 3rd month, if they haven't already reordered, they'll reorder once they get that sample, because they're like, oh, I want to keep getting these samples. So just little things like that. You know, a lot of people were talking about ideas, motivation, breaking out of their comfort zone, different things like that. So we'll do that on a different training, just because I feel like that takes more than just a couple minutes to kind of explain and to get into. COVID-friendly ways to reach out. You guys, there should be 2 videos on my YouTube channel about selling during a pandemic. So those might be a little bit helpful for the whole selling during COVID and all of that. And then let's see. My dog wanted to come say hi. Was there any other questions? Recruiting always comes up a lot, so we'll do that in another training too. Okay, so I think all the rest of these are going to be separate trainings, because I think that they all kind of require more than just a couple minute things. Okay, so has anyone had any questions so far? I can't see, but I don't think so. Okay, so first things first, with selling for 2 companies, can you not? Yes, you can. There is no rule saying you absolutely cannot sell for 2 direct selling companies. The only time that they will make you choose between 2 companies is if you get caught cross-promoting. That is a huge no-no. So that means if you have already been posting on your personal Facebook page or your personal Instagram page for Scentsy and then you go join another company and start posting for that company on the same page, you will get caught. I promise you. It might take them a while, but you will, because there's a field team that watches for that kind of stuff and specifically looks for that stuff. So it might not happen right away, but it will happen eventually that you'll get caught if you're cross-promoting and promoting two different things on the same page. And they will make you choose at that point if you're doing two companies. So that is the one thing that you absolutely can't do, is the cross-promoting. You also cannot promote to your Scentsy consultants. So say like, I don't know, say I joined Unique or something. I could not contact any of you guys on the team. I couldn't contact anyone I've met specifically through Scentsy to buy my Unique, to like my Unique page, to go to my Unique parties, anything like that. I cannot talk to them about Unique. I can't send them invites about Unique. I can't do any of that. And that is not just a Scentsy rule. Just so you guys know, I'm pretty sure that's a direct selling association rule. So that goes for any direct selling company, that you cannot cross promote from one company to another. So if you have more questions about that, let me know. I mean, I'm not fully versed in what the exact rules are, but I can try and find out. If there's something that I don't know for you, I can try and find that out. So just like I said, don't promote them on the same page. Don't invite anybody from the Scentsy team to your other page. Don't invite them to your parties for other direct selling companies. Don't talk to them about other direct selling companies, anything like that. Because also I do hear a lot of times from people on the team, hey, so-and-so invited me to this page, or so-and-so invited me to this party. And I'm not the kind of person that's going to turn someone in, but if it does happen repeatedly over and over, I'll probably reach out to you and be like, hey, you can't do this. And if you keep doing it, even after I've warned you, then I might say something to someone at home office, just because it does get a little frustrating if I have to keep hearing it from people. Just make sure you're not doing it. That's the biggest rule, is the cross promoting. I'm trying to think of what other specific rules that I know of. That's the only like actual rules that I can think of with selling for two direct selling companies. Now, here is my personal opinion, okay? So since I joined Scentsy about 4.5 years ago, and this, you guys, this is just my personal opinion, okay? And this is what has worked for me, and I think it's helped. I have not even hosted a party for any other direct selling company since I joined Scentsy. Because here's my thought on that, first of all. Okay, so this is even just hosting a party for another company, which you totally can do. That's fine. Again, even if you're not selling it, you still can't invite your Scentsy friends to that party, I'm pretty sure. So don't do that either. So I've never hosted a party for another company, because why would I want to contact my customers and my friends that I'm trying to get to support my business to go support another business and pay money with that other business, when I could use that for my own company and my own sales? Does that make sense? Why would I want to be like, hey, can you guys spend money again just so that I can get some free stuff over here? That doesn't make sense to me. Okay, so I don't even host parties for other companies. I get it. Sometimes you want the free stuff and you want the rewards, but then a lot of times that other person wants, they're like, oh, I'll host a party for you if you host a party for me. And I'm like, okay, well, what if it doesn't go well? I don't know if you're going to invite people who will actually buy or anything like that, you know, and I just don't do it. I just do not do it. It's worked for me. I don't want to ask my customers and my friends and family to go support another company that I'm not even working for, anything like that. As far as joining another company, I would strongly recommend not to do it. And I have several reasons why. But I do think that that has been part of, I don't know if you want to call it success in this company. From what I've seen from the people who I consider successful in this business, they have never promoted for another single other company, ever. I don't think you want to do that, because you cannot give 100% to two companies. It's going to be 80-20, or it's going to be 50-50, or it's going to be 60-40. You cannot give 100% of yourself to two companies. Now, maybe you have one company that's completely self-sustainable and you don't have to do anything. You don't have to do any promoting, any recruiting, any selling, any anything, and that company is completely fine without you there. Cool. Go join another one if you want. But that's usually not the case. There's usually not, you know, a company where you can just literally not do anything and it just runs by itself. If you're trying to, I have some notes too, so if I'm looking down, that's why. But if you're trying to build a big team and you want long-term success, it definitely discredifies you, because people are like, oh, well, is she with Scentsy? Is she with this company? You know, which company does she really work with? Which company does she really want? Like, I want people to know me as the Scentsy girl. I am the Scentsy girl. I'm not the Scentsy and the Unique and the, I don't know, guys. I just drew a blank. Whatever other companies there are. Rodan and Fields. Lip Sense. Wait, is that Unique? I don't know. I don't even know, you guys. But I want people to just know me as just their Scentsy girl. So my customers will know, hey, I am the Scentsy girl. Come to her for your Scentsy needs. I have a Scentsy girl. Here she is. This is her. This is who you should buy from. She knows her stuff. She knows what she's talking about. She loves Scentsy. And I even have people who, I just had someone for the Nightmare Before Christmas Warmer that I knew from probably 6 years ago that I worked with at the Buckle at Park Meadows Mall. And he contacted me and he was like, hey, I saw that Scentsy is coming out with a Nightmare Before Christmas Warmer. Do you still sell Scentsy? I thought you did, so I wanted to get it from you. And he's never bought anything before ever, but he saw that posted somewhere else and he came to me because he was like, hey, I know someone that sells that. Let me buy from her type thing. So let's see, what else? My other notes. Sorry, I have a lot of notes and a lot of thoughts about all of this, and it's just kind of all in my head. But also, if you're not being successful with Scentsy or with whatever company, if you're not already being successful with that company and you're not watering that grass where you're already at, I don't understand the thought process maybe of going to another company and being like, oh, well, I'll just keep Scentsy, but then let me try and go over here and see if I can do this too and be successful here. It doesn't make sense to me why that might work. Like, hey, I'm not successful here. Let me try here. Let me try here. Let me try this. Let me try this. That just doesn't really give you the confidence in your customers. Your customers don't have confidence in you. Your hostesses don't have confidence in you. They're like, oh, well, she kind of just jumps around from time to time. And that makes people not want to join your team either if they see you constantly jumping from one thing to the next or joining this company and XYZ company, because then they're like, well, Scentsy, she must not make that much money if she's going to this other company too. Why would I want to join her Scentsy team when she's doing this other company as well? She must need more money. She must need more this. She must not like it that much, or whatever the case might be. And you guys, if Scentsy is not for you, then by all means, go do another company, because I truly believe that you do have to believe in the products and you do have to have the heart in whatever product you're selling, whatever that might be. It might not be Scentsy for you, and that's fine. That's totally fine. But if you're still trying to sell Scentsy and you're wondering why it's not working and you're doing XYZ company and ABC company and Scentsy, that might be a good reason to look at and, you know, think about why. You'll spread yourself really thin if you're trying to do it. Again, obviously you can't cross promote. And then let's see my other notes. That's not what I wanted. Sorry. Does anyone have any questions either so far? Gosh dang it. All these things are popping up on my computer. Yeah, okay, so if you're working for more than one direct selling company, you're sending an quote unquote ugly message is what the term is that's used, because you're saying, hey, join my team, this company is fabulous, but obviously it's not that fabulous because I have to work another company to try and make more money. So if you're trying to promote yourself and the benefits of joining and all of that, you have to be devoted to the business. Otherwise, people are not going to see the value in joining Scentsy. So that's the biggest thing too, is about with people joining. And then credibility, I talked about that. So, you know, if you're not doing well with company A, add company B. Now company A will do even less because your attentions are divided between company A and company B. So I don't know how people can think that joining company B is going to help company A, if that makes sense, you guys. And like I said, this goes for any direct selling company, whatever is your thing. If company B is so wonderful, why are you still in company A? You're sending mixed signals to possible recruits, customers, hostesses, all of that. You're trying to convince people that you're dedicated to one company, but your actions show that you are clearly not. You'll never fully recognize true success with either if you're trying to juggle both. And also, if you have any sort of a team, it's definitely selfish and unfair to your downline to not fully support them and coach them and not show them how to truly be successful in this business if you're going out there and just joining the next best thing. It's like the grass is always green on the other side, all of that. So just little things like that. If a prospect wants to join you in Scentsy and then they learn that you're doing XYZ company too, it sends a message to them that you're not serious. It sends a message that you're just a hobbyist, you're just dabbling, you can't fulfill the leadership obligations, you're splitting your time. Your downline does feel your void. Your words and actions are not aligned. And then, also, like, some people will join another company just for their own personal usage, which is totally fine. But then there's no reason for you to be promoting it on your social media pages. There's no reason to set up a separate Facebook page. There's, if it's just for your personal use, cool. By all means, go do it. Like I know some people that join other companies literally just to buy for themselves. That's fine. The biggest thing, like I said, is the cross-promoting. Don't do that. You can't promote 2 companies on one page. That's a big no-no. You will get caught. If you want Scentsy to work, or any company that you're doing, you need to cast aside the other company and you need to be all in with one, because you have to decide failure is not an option. If you can't give one company 100% and be devoted and be committed and be all in, then there's no chance that you're going to be able to do that with the other one if you can't do it already with the one that you were trying to make work. And then I had some other notes just about why people fail in direct sales. So reason number 1 is because you expect instant results and overnight success. A lot of people think that direct sales is overnight. It's definitely not, you guys. I say this so often, especially on like coaching calls and stuff, is that you have to plant the seed and then water the flower and then wait for the flower to grow. Flowers do not grow overnight, okay? You have to water it, you have to let it grow, you have to wait for it to grow, you have to be patient. It's not just gonna pop up overnight. It's not just gonna happen that quickly. You might see, there's a lot of people out there who give you unrealistic expectations. Oh yeah, it sells itself, or this is so easy, or this or that, and I quit my job and this, but you're not seeing all of the hard work that it took to get that person there. They may have already spent years building up their business, they may have already spent months building up their business, or they might have worked 14-hour days on their Scentsy business to get them to that point. You're not seeing all of that behind the scenes things that got those people to there. So you have to treat it like a business. It takes training, it takes time, it takes patience, investment, consistency, all the things. You have to work hard. If you want it to work, you have to work hard. It's not just going to come overnight. It is absolutely possible to make it in this business, and you guys, I see people with $30,000, $40,000 paychecks in this business, okay? I see people with $10,000, $15,000 paychecks, $5,000 paychecks, $2,000 paychecks. Whatever you want this business to be, you can make it that, okay? But the fact that I know that in my head, if I work my rear end off, I can make 40 grand in 1 month, you are gonna bet that I'm going to do everything in my power to try and make that. And then if I don't, then I don't. But you know what? At least then, I don't know, maybe I'll be making half that. Maybe I'll make a quarter of that, whatever the case might be. But why would I want to give up knowing that that level is out there and that I could do that if I just tried and I just worked hard? Reason number 2, you're too salesy and you're too ingenuine. So are you so this is my little truth bomb. Are you always sharing product images and hosting sales, promos, and giveaways? Or are you taught by your upline that everyone you meet is a prospect and that every opportunity is a sale? Is it working for you? Probably not. If it is, then whatever, keep doing it. I don't know how, but keep going. I'm guessing it's not. So I'm also gonna guess that you don't enjoy chasing people, feeling awkward, feeling salesy, feeling gimmicky, all of those things. Stop doing it. Stop. Stop, stop, stop. It's not the only way to grow. It's not sustainable either. You have to be genuine. You have to be honest. You have to be yourself. That's why I always say to you, like, if Scentsy is not where your heart is, then it's probably not going to work, because you do have to love and support the products that you use. You have to be passionate about it. You guys, like, I don't even think about it anymore. But, like, I only use Scentsy lotion. I only use Scentsy body wash. I only use Scentsy stuff in my car. I only use wall fan diffusers in my bathroom. I only use Scentsy soap, Scentsy dish soap, Scentsy laundry stuff. Like, to me, I would feel like I was cheating myself if I was using other products, because I'm like, why sell this stuff? So why would I go there and buy other laundry products? Why would I go buy other lotion? If I don't use my own lotion, how can I expect someone else to buy it? If I don't use my own body wash, how can I expect someone else to buy it? If I don't use my own dish soap, how can I expect someone else to buy our dish soap? If I don't use our counter clean, how can I expect someone else to buy our counter clean if I'm like, oh, well, I like this better? Well, then they're going to be like, oh, I like this better too. You have to believe in the products and you have to use it. Like I said, it would almost feel like cheating on myself if I was out there using other products, if that makes sense. You have to be passionate about it. Those will help you sell the products more naturally and easily. In addition, focus on helping people and serving them. So how can you make their life better, easier? How can you stand out from everyone else who sells Scentsy? You have to sell yourself first, and then what you have to offer. So if any of you guys follow me on Instagram, on my personal Instagram, I very rarely promote Scentsy, but when I do promote it, it's in a very natural way that I talk about something great that my team did, or I might post, like, hey, I'm changing my wax today, or I might put like a car bar in the background of another post or something like that. So it's just always there. But I make sure that people know that I do sell Scentsy, because then when I post about it, I might have people that are like, hey, you sell Scentsy, right? I know you sell Scentsy. Do you have this? Or, hey, I use Walmart wax, but I know that you sell Scentsy. Can you tell me about it? Just different little things like that. Reason 3, I don't know how I feel about this one, but you might not have, and not just your upline, but you might just not have anyone supportive in your business, because I think that you can make it in this business without a supportive upline. You guys, when I first joined, I joined under my mom, and then she retired from Scentsy. So my sponsor now, I have never spoken to. I mean, I spoke to her like in the very, very beginning, like in the first few months when my mom was still my sponsor, but I've never gotten any postcards from her. I've never gotten any mail. I've never gotten any congratulations texts, like nothing when I hit star director or superstar director or director, anything, nothing. And so I truly believe that you can make it in this business without a supportive upline, or without knowing your upline or anything like that. And that's fine. You guys, you're not going to click with your upline all the time. But you need someone in your life who is supportive of your business. So whether that's a teammate, an upline, a family member, a friend, a relative, someone, you have to have someone who's super supportive. And like I said, it's not always in your control with your team and stuff like that if you don't feel like your upline supports you, or different things like that. But you do want to find someone who you can kind of have an accountability partner with and rely on, have similar business goals, different things like that. And that's the same with reason number 4, is you don't have a supportive network, family, spouse. And then reason number 5 is because you compare yourself to other people in the industry. And I know I am definitely guilty of this. I find myself doing that a lot. I go through waves where I'll compare myself to the people who've been doing this for 7, 8, 9 years. And I'm like, why am I not there? And then I'm like, oh yeah, I'm only on year 4. Okay, like, we got this. We're good. Look how far I've come. Like, I have to go back and constantly compare to where I was last year at this time to really see how much I've grown. Like, hey, my paycheck was double what it was this time last year, even though my paycheck was not what it was last month, or what I was hoping it would be, or, those different kinds of things. I'll go back and look at last year and I'm like, dang, look how far I made it. You know what? I made it really far. And imagine if I double my paycheck every year. That's crazy. That's crazy to me if I would double it every single year, right? Then imagine where I'd be by year 7. Different things like that. So we always compare I know people compare every aspect of their life to people on social media. Social media is not real life. You know, you might always feel like you're finishing at the bottom, you're not doing enough, you're not as good as everyone else. Obviously, there's some truth to that. If you're not working and you're just kind of sitting there hoping that it just happens, obviously that's a different story. But if you're working your business, if you're doing the things, you just have to believe in yourself, and eventually it will come. Your success and your path to success is going to look different than every other person's. So you cannot compare your journey to anyone else's that's in the company already. You have every right, every capability to find success and happiness in your own business. You can't compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 5 or chapter 7 or chapter 10 or whatever chapter they're on. You can't compare your dreams, your talents to anyone else. You have to build your own, and anyone can build a successful full-time direct selling business, but you do have to work for it. You have to believe in yourself and your dreams that you can't even think about giving it up. And you've got to give it time. You have to see the bigger picture. You have to write down your goals. You guys, so I'm sitting at my desk in my office, and I have a vision board that's straight across from me that I can see. And I have a blank Scentsy paycheck that I printed out. And then I have what I want my dream paycheck to be. I also have my dream car up there. I also have what size I want my team to be. And then just a few other like personal goals and stuff on my vision board. But you have to write down those goals. There's some statistic about how people are like, I think it's like 45% more likely or something crazy like that to achieve their goals if they write them down. So I actually have some sort of a sheet that I'm going to try to send out to everyone actually to kind of fill out and write down your dreams and stuff like that. And I'm going to do my best to keep track of them for you as well. I can't do it for the whole group just because there is over 500 of us. So I specifically will do it for my frontline for sure. And then I will try to keep a track of as many others as I can. But you guys, and just remember too, I have that business phone number for you to text and reach out on that phone number. It should still be in the announcements on our team page. I have been definitely taking advantage of having that business phone number and being able to shut the phone off when I need a day or two just to myself without worrying about it. But I still usually get back to people, even if it is 3 or 4 days later. And you guys, you know what I've figured out that happens now is that most of the time you guys end up finding the answers by yourselves, which I love that you guys are figuring out how to, you know, find that information on your own and everything. It's really awesome to see, because I'll see, you know, like maybe even 3 hours later, you guys are like, oh, never mind, I found it. And I'm like, awesome. They figured it out, that, you know, you were able to go find it yourself and stuff like that. But anyways, yeah, vision board as a screensaver, that's also a great idea. So on that too, when I wanted to earn my first incentive trip, well, it wasn't the very first incentive trip that was offered when I joined. It was it would have been like the second incentive trip, maybe the second incentive trip that was offered when I joined. And it was the Mediterranean cruise for 2 people. And I wanted to earn that so bad. The trips are what really motivate me in this business. So it's been really hard this year without a trip, because I was supposed to be on that top 150 trip in April. March, April, to that 7-day riverboat cruise through Europe, and then that got canceled, and then Bermuda got canceled, and so this year's been a little rough. But that first incentive, I wanted to earn it so bad that I put a picture of the cruise ship on my computer. I put it on my vision board, and I put it as the background on my phone and the background on my computer at work, because I wanted to literally stare at that cruise ship every single day to know that I was going to earn that, to just constantly put it in my head nonstop that, hey, I'm going to be on this cruise ship. I'm going to be on this cruise ship. I'm going to be on this cruise ship. So it was constantly in my head that I was going to earn this trip. Also, what really helped me with that, kind of off subject, but I would break down my goals monthly and then also daily. I know it sounds so insane, but I knew that I had to sell $2,000 a month to earn that trip. So I would take the $2,000 and then I would divide it by the 30 days in the month. So I knew how much I needed to sell each day. So let's say day one, I sold $0. Crap. Okay. So then I would be like, all right, now I have $2,000 divided by 29 days because I didn't sell anything yesterday. And then guess what? Day two, I sell $300. So now I have $1,700 divided by 28 days. And I would literally update those numbers every single day so that I knew how much, because for some reason that just really helped me breaking down that bigger goal into a much smaller goal. So that's always an idea too, just to help you out in your business with just that little bit of information. Something like that might help you. It might not help you. I don't know. It helped me. Just seeing those smaller goals and kind of breaking it down that way instead of being like, oh my gosh, I have to sell $2,000 a month. How am I going to do that? I don't know. And you guys, let me tell you, I wanted to earn that trip so bad that I would be hustling until the last freaking minute, reaching out to every single person that I knew every single month to hit that $2,000 to earn that trip. And I'm pretty sure that I earned it in 5 months, not in 6. I earned it before the end of the incentive because I was so motivated to earn it. But yeah, I don't know. Hopefully some of this information helped tonight. Hopefully some of it stuck with you. I don't want to keep you guys on here too long. I know it's already been kind of long. But yeah, you got to stay consistent. You got to write down your goals. You have to look at your goals every day. You have to have some sort of a system. You have to have it broken down somehow. If you want to hit superstar consultant, you have to figure out how you're going to get there. It's not just going to happen. You have to have it written down, because what's that saying too, that it's like, if you don't write down your goals, something, then it's just a dream. I don't know, something like that. Don't quote me. I don't know, but something like that. So anyways, if you guys had any questions that I missed, I will definitely try and get back to you. As always, please don't hesitate to reach out either on Facebook, Facebook Messenger, our Facebook team page. A lot of the times you guys submit posts and I don't approve them because I usually just get back to you in a personal message, because usually I know the answer to what you're looking for. So that's all I got. And I hope that you guys have a great night. Also, this is still in the works, but I plan to do a Work It Wednesday again like I used to every Wednesday. I have some other ideas that I want to do too, and then I also have talked to some other directors, superstar directors and star directors, to come and share either on our team page or on a Zoom call, something like that. I haven't quite figured out how I want to do it. I think live videos are easy, but I don't want to have to add all of those other directors and superstar directors and everything to our team page. So something like a Zoom call would be easier for that. And then also they can see all of your lovely faces and interact and everything too with you that way, because it's just a little impersonal sometimes doing the live videos. So just little things like that. I know we also did the Leap to Lead training. You guys, I still have stuff to send out for the Leap to Lead people who graduated. I just have not been able to financially make that happen yet. And then I also have some other challenges I sent out via email. If you were on one of those, this was months ago, you guys, but if you're on one of those, it's still on my list. I still haven't forgotten. I promise I never forget about sending out prizes and stuff. I just have to be able to make it happen. It's been a heck of a few months. So, and then what else I want to do? So we did the Leap to Lead. I will do that again, probably sometime in the spring. I'll probably do Leap to Lead twice a year. And then I want to do a Shoot to Star and then a Dash to Director program as well. So those are still in the works. There's no one that I've really found that has a solid Dash to Director or Shoot to Star program. So I'm still trying to kind of piece together a few different ones that I've seen and kind of make it my own. But yeah, that's all I've got. So I will let you guys go, and I hope that you have a great night, and I will talk to you later. Bye.